Hello, everybody. I have a very special unboxing today. If I can pick it up, a giant crokinole board that I got from Brown Castle Games. I might have to. It has this really sweet bag to carry it in. You can unzip it and fold it open and sort of see. Let me see if I can get it out. Oh, there we go. Check out that baby. Can't even see. Anyway, I thought of this because recently over the holidays, I shared this with my family and they absolutely loved it. I was actually able to invite Agent Seto over to my parents' house for dinner, and then we taught them how to play crokinole. My parents were a little wary, and then by the end, they were having a great time, mostly because my mom got to be on Ian's team, and they whomped me and my sister pretty bad. So my mom enjoyed beating me at a game, and she also enjoyed just, flicking discs. So yeah, yay crokinole. So this is from Brown Castle Games. They are a smaller company, but really nice, high quality work. I suggest giving them a try. They have a this is the bundle package that I got, which comes with a board, and you saw the carrying case. It also comes with, let me grab some of the discs. Oh my God. So, yay. Has these cool little carrying cases for the discs. Yeah. And you can, all different kinds of colors. I went for wooden instead of acrylic, but you can definitely get acrylic on their site. Highly suggest them. Really nice quality stuff. Unless some of my green ones are starting to get chipped, but that's because my mother gets a little violent with her flicking sometimes. But yeah, that is crokinole. It is a fun game developed by Canadians. Back in the 1850s, 60s, somewhere in there. It's sort of like a shuffleboard for your fingers. But yeah, so that is my unboxing. Did I get through it all? I assume Ryan is having some
Sorry,
problems.
Al. How are we doing? I'm a bit late.
That's all right. We were just crokinoling. You live in Canada. You know about crokinole, right?
I'm gonna plead not being Canadian on this one. I have no idea what crokinole is. Is that like toad in the hole?
All right.
Is it tasty?
I don't know what toad in the hole. The only toad in the hole I know is like a breakfast thing where it's like an egg in the middle of your toast.
Oh no! So toad in the hole is like it's batter and sausages and bake it, and it's delicious. Very eggy and sausagey.
I mean, I do like eggs and sausage.
Well, there we go. Maybe that's a thing. Did I hear though that Agent Sato won a game that he'd never played before?
Oh no, he's played it before. He taught me. I discovered crokinole at Origins, and it was Agent Seto who taught me how to play and got me addicted to the point where I had to buy my own board. And then he proceeded to come over to my parents' house, enjoy a wonderful dinner, and then spank me at this game.
Beat you silly on your own delightful and beautiful board.
Yes.
Classic Ian. Classic Ian.
Classic Ian. Always a delight.
Yeah, absolutely. So, how you been anyway, Al? It's been. I think I was looking at the last. I think it's been a month.
At all.
Between the festive period and working and being ill, like I've had very little time. But I think it's been a month. I think it was like December 21st, 22nd, or something like that. We did the last show. So
I think it was right before the holidays. Yes.
Yeah. So how you been? You had a good festive period? You can hardly hear me. Hang on.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can fix that for you, Tatiana. Is that better? She'll tell me. But anyway, we were talking about.
She is not shy about telling you if you're wrong. So
It's not better. Well, I don't. How about now? How can it be worse? I've literally phone reading my lips. Oh dear. Oh, I know. How about now? Is that better? Oh, classic.
is this part of the audio is optional
Maybe
section of the show?
it's the part of me not really knowing what any of these moving bars do and never spending enough time to work out what actually is going on. Because I'm thoroughly professional, obviously. But anyway, Al,
Obviously, I mean,
your festive period in
get paid.
Christmas was Santa Claus good to you and all that jazz?
Yeah, it was all right. It was a pretty low key Christmas. I got to see my son came to visit recently, and I got to see my nephew Jack, who is now coming up on 13 months old.
Oh, cool.
And much like his uncle Alex, loves to eat ribs and not be bothered by other people. So we got along famously.
Great, that's fantastic. Well,
Yeah.
that's what it's all about, right?
Yes, exactly. So how was your holiday?
Pretty good. We got a ton of board games, some of which I have not yet played, but we did play Small World and Camel Up.
All right.
So Camel Up.
Wait a minute. So you got me board games for Christmas, and I'm the one having to do the unboxing videos. I feel like maybe we should see about switching in future episodes.
Wait, I have to pretend to be competent at technology and unbox a game? I probably would do just about as well as unboxing the game as I would unmuting my microphone. So I don't think that's going to work for anyone. But yeah, no, it was great. It was absolutely great. Really good Christmas. So and after I finished being sick and losing 5 pounds over the Christmas period, it was all dandy. But
see, everyone's begging to lose weight over the holidays. Everyone complains they gain weight over that.
I found
you found the way.
Yeah, they found my weight. It was great. That was all good. I presume because we've not heard back from Tatiana that the volume is in fact okay. So we'll pretend.
Either that or she gave up. Went to some other thing.
How many stone is that? Says Cranky. Well, being as there are 16 pounds in a stone, that would be not really a third of a stone. So 14. I've just been corrected again. So just over a third of a stone. There we go. I'm literally incompetent at everything. All right, so we're going to look at have a look at round 4 here, Al. I know we're just about to wrap up round 6, I think.
I was going to say, I don't even know if I can remember back to round 4.
Right? So here we are. The tea was arguably a little bit thin on the ground, so when we get there, we'll see what happened. But as we look at the standings as we go into round 4, which everyone will have forgotten about, I'm sure, Crane and Punishment were on top with 3 wins and 10 on the tiebreakers, closely followed by Catcher and the Spry, also on 3 wins with breakers of 9. Then it was Hitmaker's Guide to the Borloxy and To Catch a Mockingbird, both chasing them on 2 wins with 12 and 8 respectively in the breaker department. Murder on the Dodgeball Express, Fellowship of the Fling and the Great Catchbee, all with a win and a loss each. And then Hit of the Baskervilles with a win and 2 losses. Catchbury Tales also on that record. And then the quote-unquote strongest teams in the division, L, Brain New World and Good Throwmans holding everybody else up. So that's where we're at with no wins and 3 losses, I should add. That's where we're at as we go into round 4. But let's see what tea existed. Well, there wasn't really much. So these are very real conversations between 2 dodgeballers that I totally didn't make up today. So this was Thestral being harangued by Sturrock about a hit that was very lucky and in no way skillful, and Thestral telling him in no uncertain terms exactly what he thought about that. And then here, I did actually, Al, I got access to a Dion Lunsford team talk
This might be the
Ooh.
secret to how he's doing so well with his team, is the inspiring and stirring chat he's giving them at the start of every game. So maybe this is the secret sauce that Dion is smothering his team in at the beginning of the game to just really push them for every single one of those wins they've got. Who knows? Or it could just be fake. I don't know. I'll let the viewers decide. On the training ground this week was Brand New World. We're not playing this week, so we were put up against the 100-Acre Hitsal, a collection of forest animals spearheaded by Christopher Robin, and let me tell you, it wasn't a good game.
Is there supposed to be it's time for the 4th epic vlog across the screen the entire show?
No, that would be Snaz. Should be Snaz. Should have
Because it's
gone.
covering up the very cool looking
There we go.
team going against Brave New World.
There we go. There we go. We've got.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. We've got Christopher Robin as captain, captaining Tigger, Pooh Bear, Piglet, Kanga, Owl, and Eeyore. Probably shouldn't have made a bacon joke before I got on the court, and it did go horribly wrong, Al, because let's just say that Tigger came out the blocks fast. He got to his ball ahead of Cisco. Riska felt sorry for Eeyore and just straight up let him get the ball because let's face it, he needs
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, from there, I didn't have the heart to hit Pooh Bear, and Piglet punished me for it by hitting me with my when I wasn't looking. Kanga took out Zim. Christopher Robin and Corey Bear went at it like hammer and tongs, but meanwhile, Tigger was bouncing around all over the back, grabbed Connor, and again, Piglet pops up, hits him in the face while his arms are kind of crossed by his sides. Tigger then bounces and jumps off Bathoris before Owl swoops in, and there was a lot of pooping. Let's just say it didn't go well, and we didn't even pick up a win on the training ground. So 100-Acre Hits defeats Brand New World and licking our wounds. Maybe one day we'll get a win, but it's not today.
Oh,
I know, right? But we're going to go to the actual matches now. We're going to hit up Court 1 with a lovely... I can provide a 12th colour for these fabrications if you'd prefer. Sure, why not? Let's go full hog. I can't believe you're suggesting that these are fabrications, though, Commissioner. These are real matches that took place. Genuinely, 100% fact. But on Court 1, we've got Head of the Baskervilles with a 1-2 record, captained by Tatiana, against the Great Catchby with a 1-1 record, captained by Mkolo. So we'll see what's going to happen here, Al. There's still very much... everyone's still very much in the game, but I think round 4 is where it's really going to start to tell if teams are going to lose touch with those leaders, because this is the opportunity for a 4-0 record for a couple of teams there, and that could... Like, if you're Brand New World, for instance, and you were playing and you lost again, like, that's an unmanageable deficit. So this could start spreading people out a bit. But as we come to the races, it is an absolute landslide for the Great Catchby, as only Guianos picks up, the Catman himself picks up a ball for Head of the Baskervilles. Meanwhile, Tyraziel, Lux, Wivik, Sabella, Juan Carlos, and Mkolo will come away with their race balls. We can see here it's a fairly brutal beginning to the game. Head of the Baskervilles, they lose Drew the Rat pretty early. But they do then take out Nautical Stew, apparently taking some of Piglet's medicine and going absolute ham on Tyraziel and Mkolo and Juan Carlos, whilst VQ's accounted for by J-Dodds. Just a savage opening there, Al. Haven't seen a beginning like that in a while.
yeah.
Then Lux goes down whilst Tyraziel is revived. A good catch there by Zwivix from Guianos, I think, who finally gets rid of his race ball. He didn't really want it anyway. He felt left out. As we then move forward, it starts to swing back a little. We've got Seabus Ripper going down at the hands of Zwivix. We've got Dakaran taking out Tyraziel. Sabella falling to the hands of Nautical Stew again, whilst Tatiana is dispatched by VQ in a good drubbing, I believe that one was. But and as we lead this, Tatiana's got a zombie ball out against Zwivix, and everyone else is holding fire. But it's not looking good. I mean, if you're the great Catchby, like Zwivix is on his own. He was, remember everybody, our last round draft, or a penultimate round draft, I think, as the Moneyball Award showed us last week. And then it just explodes into revivals. We've got VQ getting revived and then immediately getting knocked down by J-Dodds. We've got Drew the Rat being revived and Tatiana being revived. And then Mkolo being revived as Zwivix gets hit. And then C-Bus Ripper getting revived. And all of a sudden, we've got, if we go backwards, 4-on-1. No, that's not good enough. The Doggos wanted a 7-on-1 against Mkolo. Just savage. Can Captain Mkolo pull it out? Not today.
No.
Drew the Rat wraps up that match, eliminating Mkolo, and it's a perfect victory, Al. It's a 7-0.
Yikes.
I know, right?
Especially with that start with the races, only getting one ball and then turning it all around.
Yeah. Only Grianos had a race ball, and then all of a sudden it just exploded, and it was just heads rolling everywhere.
So let's see. MVP for the round.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to give it to Nautical Stew.
Yeah, he did a bit of stuff, right?
3 hits, 2 catches, and a 70% win percentage. Ooh. Which is pretty gross. Here's the thing, though. I want to mention J-Dodds, who is a rookie.
Yeah.
She also got 3 hits and a catch and had an 80% win percentage. Like, she almost got MVP. Like, it came down to she had a better win percentage, but Nautical Stew had another catch. And I tend to give advantage to the catches. So, but so Stu gets the MVP, but J-Dodds gets a very, very honorable mention.
Absolutely. That's a great record. And J-Dodds, one of those funny Hero Realms players that's come over and started obliterating people left, right, and center.
Yeah, I don't appreciate that. They need to stick to their swords and swords.
They need to stay in their lane, Al. Is that what needs to happen?
As someone who is a Hero Realms legend, I'm saying stay out of my star.
Stay in your lane and stop spoiling our record. No, they're very welcome, and
it is great to have them.
Absolutely,
and they've done amazing. It's awesome to see.
Yeah, it's super good to see people getting involved and having a lot of fun and success. So, congrats to Nautical Stew and J-Dodds as well, and to Tatiana for captaining that win. But we're going to move to Court 2 now, and it's To Catch a Mockingbird versus the inspiring captained Catcher and the Spry, as Dion Lunsford gives an eloquent and verbose team talk to rouse the spirits of his team, looking for that 4th win as Catch a Mockingbird are looking to try and catch back up to them, having dropped a game. So we're going to join at the races. It's Starmark and Daly who come away with the ball for To Catch a Mockingbird, as Catcher and the Spry have Darklighter, PC Ass Clown, Yarboa, Dion Lunsford, and Agent Sato, the Crokinole champion, with balls as they begin. It didn't work out so well for the last court as race ball winners, but let's see what happens. So a much tamer beginning as we see CJK Flyer falling at the hands of Starmark. Pole's quite happy to come out of the gates fast in this. I've noticed, Al. Starmark particularly really quite happy to just divest himself of that race ball as fast as possible, arguably quite often taking ahead with it. Now, it becomes a bit more lively here. We've got Osmosis Brent getting hit, Darklighter taking him out, but then immediately revived as Daily catches PC Load Letter, but then Cyberdark gets both hit and revived as Tuna Slap does great work there. And then Rip takes off the head of Yarboa clean. And it's beginning to swing back to Mockingbird's favor here. And then we swing again because we've got CJK Flyer being revived as PC Load Letter catches the ball from Starmark, and Polites is hit by Darklighter, and then Dion Lunsford takes out Starmark. So it's now from a 5-on-7, it's now a 6-on-5 the other way. So really, this game really, and then it's just Revive Central. So Polites gets revived, Rip gets hit, but Starmark and Rip both then get revived, and we're almost back to the beginning, Al, with just Yarboa sitting on the bench kicking her heels. Cyberduck's got a ball out at Load Letter. Osmosis Brent's being targeted by CJK. We've got Sarah T targeted by Tuna Slap and Agent. Sato's going after Polites again. So let's see how this all shakes out. A couple more hits. We've got Sarah T being hit by Tuna, and then Tuna being hit by Darklighter again. So just still too tight to call. But then look at this. It's like the middle order of the English cricket team when they're on tour. It just all of a sudden collapses. And we've got Osmosis Brent, then Polites, then a Miss, then Rip, then Starmark, then Daily, then Cyberduck, all falling in quick succession. That is 6 eliminations in 8 balls, Al.
I just wish I were British enough to understand the
a middle order batting collapse.
Yeah.
It looks exactly like this, Al. It's exactly like this. It's like, oh, everything's going fine. Oh, everyone's out. Oh, I didn't see that coming. Exactly what happens. Anyway, congrats to Inspirational Lunsford, who yet again has captained a win off his team, and a convincing one as well. Look at the end of that. And the thing I like about this, Al, is that this isn't just one person going ham with a ball. Like, if you look at these hits, everyone's in on it. Yeah. CJK gets a couple, but like everyone's in on it.
I mean, I'm looking at the stats, and nearly everyone on Dion's team either got a hit, a catch, or both.
Yeah.
Like that, it was just all spread around. It was ridiculous.
Super deep team, apparently. From
well,
these
and it just goes to show you, you know, if you want to get really good stats and get MVP, you're going to need your teammates to get, you know, or you're going to need the other team to get catches to revive people so you can hit them again.
Absolutely. So throw more catches, people. That's the lesson, right?
Throw more catches.
Said no captain ever.
Ever.
Maybe this is why we're not captains, Al. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe. Well, you won a season. I've been a captain way too many times, and I'm the weird person who, you know, focuses on having fun and not on winning.
Oh yeah, but you had the Rickroll captaincy, which was
I did,
which was amazing.
That was my favorite. I may not ever captain again for fear that I would ruin that legacy.
Not be able to live up to that legacy. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
So I guess the question then becomes, Al, where does the MVP go here?
I am going to give it to Darklighter.
Okay.
He got 2 hits and 2 catches, and he won his race, which is pretty great. I mean, Dion also got a couple hits and a catch, and he won his race. I mean, Agent Seto got a hit and a catch and won his. Like there was a lot of people on the PC. Low Letter got a hit and a catch. There were a lot, but Rick was the only one to do it twice for both. So
yeah. The commissioner chipping in there that Binkley's been helping teammates MVP, not a traitor after all.
There we go. He's a kingmaker.
He's a kingmaker. Look at that. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So congrats to Catcher and the Spry. That puts them still lossless. And we're going to move to Court 3 here with Hitmaker's Guide to the Borloxy at a 2-1 DG3 against Chasmo's Crayman Punishment, still undefeated. All right. So as we join the match after the races have completed, we've got Commissioner Cranky, Angry Panda, apparently I believe a keen Camelot fan.
It is, or so I've heard. We've never actually played a game of Camelot, and I'm starting to wonder if maybe he just says he's a fan but doesn't really ever play.
Just paying lip service to the camels.
Yeah.
Well, maybe, could be. Then we've got October and Chasmo with race balls, followed by Baggio, Bork and Beans, and BPB. So Borloxy have the advantage as the race balls start leaving their hands, and the throws go out. October at Baggio, Starrick at Sir Thestral, Baggio at Darth Binkley, and BPB at Markbot 3000. with October already being hit, they obviously have their zombie ball out at Baggio. So I think Commissioner Cranky, accounting for October in the fourth throw of the game there. Bit more murder on the cards as Baggio falls to October's zombie ball, and Alderin again, Cranky Day, calling the shots here as Alderin goes down to the Commissioner's ball. Alderin zombie ball against Sturrock. Sturrock's got a ball against Sethestral. I wonder what's going to happen there. Baggio against Darth Binkley. Cornatius against Angry Panda, and BPB still at MarkBot 3000. So we'll wind forwards, and oh boy, it's MarkBot and Sethestral tasting the bench as Hitmaker's Guide to the Borloxy start making real inroads, Al, in this Crime and Punishment team. Angry Panda at Cornatius, Chasmo at Sturrock, and Cornatius at Angry Panda, with all the other makers and players holding their balls for now. A little bit of coming back into it here. Angry Panda's taken for a ride by Cornatius, who then is taken for a ride by Angry Panda's zombie ball. Love to see it. And then Sturrock is hit in the face by not CJ. That is Chasmo's ball. The text is too blurry on these for my tastes. I'm gonna file a complaint with the person who made this. Oh, and wait, that was me. Wow. So it's 2 against 4. Not awful, but we've seen turnarounds. We've seen turnarounds come from here before, but not today. It is Darth Binkley and Chasmo who go down right at the end. DG3 and BPB taking their heads off with a relatively meaningless zombie throw from Chasmo, because he can only take out BPB and not the other 3 players. So Borloxy take the win and take the 100% record from the beating dead hands of Crime and Punishment. So by my reckoning, that's going to leave them trailing Catcher in the Spry at the end of the round, L.
Yeah. This is a really good example. In this match, there was not a single catch thrown by either team.
Yeah.
And because of that, he is not that they didn't do a great job, but their numbers will seem sort of deflated compared to the other matches.
Right, yeah, because you haven't had revivals to pad those hits.
Right, exactly. So in this round, MVP, it was really, really close. It was between BPB and Commissioner Cranky Day.
Oh, okay.
They both got 2 hits, and they both had a 100% win percentage, and they both won their race.
Oh.
So the deciding factor was one of them went 3 for 3, and the other went 4 for 4 on their games.
Oh, you know what? I thought for a second, Al, you were going to say that the deciding factor was whether it would make BPB happier or Cranky Day more annoyed if they.
I was going to say, if I just wanted to annoy Cranky, I'd give it to him. But Cranky has access to these stats and can actually see if I'm making shit up or not. So BPB is going to get the MVP. Because he went 4 for 4 in his games, and Cranky only went 3 for 3.
Well, that is very fair. So, congrats BPB on an MVP. How many labels can you say in one sentence? As long as we're not getting DG3 and BPB mixed up, it's all good, right? So yeah, congrats to Hitmaker's Guide to the Borloxy. Commiserations, yes, commiserations to Crime and Punishment. And we're going to move on here to Court 4. With Murder on the Dodgeball Express, captained by Bahamut 619 against Catchup Tales, captained by Agent C13. Obviously a keen interest for you in this match, Al. Both teams with 1 win. Murder on the Dodgeball Express, of course, have had their rest week, whereas Catchup have not.
No.
We join the races. Double Dubs, Lady Stacy, and yourself, Al, have got balls. Whilst Vorazori, Kamas 240, 8 Imam 69, and Bahamut 619, all the numbers, have got balls for Dodgeball Express. Now, straight out the gates, it begins with a murder. You take out Dusto with the first ball of the game. Whoops! So straight in there for first blood, Al. No mercy, none at all. But always nice to see that all the other balls are in the air. Always like to see that. Vorazori's at Super Grandma, Kamas2408 at Clever Missy, Imam69 at Poop Deck, Double Dubs at Darth Kronos, Lady Stacy 7 at Vorazori, and Bahamut 619 at Double Dubs, with Al deciding what he's going to do next. So Double Dubs then eliminates Darth Kronos after Kamas2408 has taken out Clever Missy, but then Clever Missy gets revived by a Cyberduck catch of Imam69. And then obviously Darth Kronos takes a pew. So not looking great for Murder on the Dodgeball Express at the moment. They took a life, but came straight back in, always demoralizing. And down by 2. We've got Kamas now going at Agency 13 with everyone else still on their targets. A little bit of to and fro, some misses going on before Vorazori is dispatched by Lady Stacy 7. Always a very aggressive player, Stacy. Loved his former teammate. Love to see her doing well. Love to see her taking names. Wind forward a bit more, and a little bit more erosion now. We've got Wheels going down at the hands of your good self. Always sat. I was talking about Wheels the other day, actually, because our team chat, we were talking about bottoming, and especially scrap. Not where you were going with that cheeky smile.
No.
And I just remember a game against Wheels in BGG where I felt very pleased with myself because I think I bought a mining mech and a pro bot in my first deck, and I was like, oh yes, I'm going to win this game. I have all the scrap. And I bottomed them both twice and then just got annihilated by damage. So, it happens.
That's how it works, yeah.
But Wheels is a fierce competitor, so always good to get a hit against him. So now it's 7-on-3 with Kamas2408 at Clever Missy, Imam69 being targeted by Poop Deck, and Double Dubs targeting Bahamut 619. Winding forward, it is all over, Al. Sweet and brief. As Imam69 is dispatched by Poop Deck, and then is that Double Dubs? Yeah, taking out Bahamut 619, and Poop Deck finishing the game with an elimination of Kamas2408 and a clean sweep for Catchup Tails. Moving up to 2-2 and leaving Murder on the Dodgeball Express with only one win. Now, Al. He says, keenly wondering if the answer might be what he wants. Who's the MVP for this round?
The MVP for this round, there were a few options. There were actually 3 players on my team who all got 2 hits. There was me, there was Double Dubs, and there was Poop Deck.
So obviously you gave it to yourself.
Sure. I actually looked. Poop Deck went 5 for 5. Or no, I'm sorry. Double Dubs went 5 for 5 with a perfect game and 2 hits. So I almost gave it to him, but Poop Deck got 2 hits and a key catch for the revival to give us the perfect 7-0. So nice. I'm giving it to Poop Deck for 2 hits and a catch.
Catches are valuable. Absolutely. Yeah.
Also, I'd like to point out that 3 of the players on my team all had perfect win percentage. I went 5 for 5, Double Dubs went 5 for 5, and Lady Stacy went 2 for 2.
Nice.
It was a rough game for Murder on the Dodgeball Express. I don't know what came over us.
You just had a burst of confidence, and suddenly everything was turning up Catcherberry.
Everything was coming up Catcherberry.
Lovely, and you get those games. But
so congrats to Poop Deck.
Congrats to Poop Deck and Catcherberry Tails, chalking up another win on the board. It's all good. And finally, for the round, we're going to go to Court 5, Fellowship of the Fling, captained by our favourite Kingster, against Good Throwmans and Punmaster General Wet Yeti. Good Throwmans yet to win a game, and Fellowship of the Fling 1-1, having had their rest week. So, great opportunity here, Al, for Good Throwmans to leave Brand New World right at the bottom, the only team winless. Let's see. It's very much a Newburgh, boy. I quite like the colouring here. It's very much a Newburgh here with green and blue everywhere. But it's Fellowship of the Fling who get the advantage with only Wet Yeti and Rollin' Par bringing up wins race wins for Good Thromans, whilst Lex Neville, Nadina, I'm not sure what the correct pronunciation there is. Hopefully I'll be corrected. Kincaid, Penguin Army, and Viselis all coming away with their race balls, and I'm sure Viselis made a lovely song and dance in the thread about that race win. It begins, though, with Serafina being hit squarely in the head by Rollin Parr at the beginning of the game, taking that race win and doing good work with it as Kincaid goes at Alderaan and Wet Yeti throws at Viselis. Everyone else just obviously biding their time on their balls, not getting them out straight away. Apparently, Kincaid took exception to that, Al, and immediately dispatches both Rollin Parr for being guilty of getting rid of Serafina and Alderaan just because. Like, yeah, see this?
Why not?
You're both going to sit down now. That's how this works. And then a lot of the other balls are in the air. We've got Lex Neville at Bad Wolf. We've got Wet Yeti still at Viselis. We've got Rollin Parr at Acox 89. And Viselis against Mikawak. So, not satisfied with just two heads, Kincaid tells his army of murderers to go after more. So Lex Neville takes out Bad Wolf, and Slavic is down at the hands of Kincaid again. Rude. Wet Yeti apparently still, this ball, the slowest moving ball in existence, still out at Viselis, and Rollin Parr not yet having a resolution against Acox 89. No one else throwing, because apparently they're all scared of Ninjanin. And maybe rightly so, but Wet Yeti takes out Viselis finally, and indeed that ball at Acox 89 does find its target. So a little strike back there for Good Thromans to try and bring parity to the game. It's 3-4 now. Mikawak trying to take on his Grace Kincaid, while Nadina goes at Mikawak and Lex Neville goes at Wet Yeti. Penguin Army finally plucking up the courage to take on the 9-inch ninja. And do you know what? I was, I guess now's as good a time as any. I was reminded this week about Luke Mars in season 5, I think. And everyone who has not watched the Rebound Report, I did put a link in that. Luke did 3 episodes, and they are absolutely hilarious. Way before Al and I were doing anything with Dodgeball kind of casting or anything like that. Luke did what can only be described as comedic gold. And the origin of 9-inch Ninja actually comes from Luke, because he was having so much trouble saying Ninja, and he was just like, the 9-inch Ninja, that's who he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't watched the Rebound Report, I would urge everybody to go and watch. They're like 8 minutes each or something like that. Yeah. Every single one of those 3 episodes is comedy gold. Well worth a view.
Yeah.
So go watch it, because it's just fantastic. However, as we move on in this game, we've got Luke's recap show was amazing. It really was, Simon. Yeah, absolutely. All 2 episodes. 3 episodes. There were 3 episodes. I won't have you short him by an episode. But we see Wet Yeti fall down at the hands of Lex Neville, who also catches Wet Yeti's return throw, reviving Serafina, who's getting back into the game. And those other balls that were in the air remain in the air as we dial forwards. A lot of toing and froing and dodging and missing, but Ninja Nin is plucked by Nadina, leaving Mikawak all on their own. Mikawak going at both Nadina and Kincaid with both balls that they have. And then apparently Fellowship of the Fling just hanging around waiting. Maybe they get a catch and it's all over. No. In the end, it was Nadina who was going to spoil the party, just destroying Mikawak and eliminating. So that is over in short order. And much to my heartfelt despair, and I'm simply distraught, Al, that Good Thromans stay winless to make Brave New World not look the worst team. At least we're partners in crime here. We're both with a 0 record. Should be noted, his friend and countryman Mikawak.
They're both part of that. I believe it's the Polish contingent.
Oh, is Mikawak another Polish player?
Yeah. I believe that it's part of the. This season has 2 invasions, one by Hero Realms players and the other by
Polish players. So what is Starmark Polish, or is he is he European of a different flavour? But I know there's a bunch. Oh, so Nadiner and Mikołak know each other well, and Nadiner just like knifed his buddy. I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Kincaid. That's great flavour. Who better place to get their best friend than... and Mikołak's ball against Kincaid was meaningless because there were too many people alive and Mikołak did not have enough balls.
Yeah.
So, Al, the MVP for this game and round.
This one I really struggled with because on one hand we have the mighty Kincaid who just got 3 decisive hits.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. However, there's also Nadiner who got a hit and a catch. They both won their races.
Okay, yeah.
So I was kind of looking at, I mean, it was really close, but I went a deciding factor on their win percentage.
Okay.
Kincaid went 4 for 6, while Nadiner was a perfect 5 for 5.
Ooh, persuasive.
So I was going to give it to Nadiner. However, Kincaid showed up for the stream, so maybe I should give it to him.
Are you just waiting to see if that's going to embarrass him or not? Because I know.
No, I'm giving it to Nadiner.
Yeah, that's right.
It was honestly like I went back and forth a couple times today about it, but I feel like the hit, the catch, and just the perfect win percentage. It was a great job by the rookie. Gotta give it to him.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great performance. So congratulations to Nadiner and Fellowship of the Fling, marching on in the victory line. And that leaves us, Al. I guess before we look at that, we should probably do a player of the round and a Moneyball award.
Player of the round is going to go to Nautical Stew for his 3 hits, 2 catches, and a 70% win percentage.
Yeah, that's a solid performance.
Yeah. However, the Moneyball award is going to Zwivix again. He was picked in the second to last round by the great Catchup, and he got 2 hits, 3 catches, and won his race. Nice. In all honesty, like if his team had won their match, he would have been MVP by a long shot.
Yeah, he was.
So, and I mean, with those numbers, he almost took MVP of the round as well.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair.
I mean, honestly, like it was pretty close. So, but yeah, definitely super strong performance. Zwivix deserves a whole lot of credit.
Absolutely, and crazy that he goes in the 5th round as well.
Like, oh yeah.
Yeah, no, congratulations there, and let's see where that leaves the teams at the end of the round. Well, we've got breathing space between Catcher in the Spry and Hitmaker's Guide to the Borloxy and Creme and Punishment, both on 3-1. But Dion Lunsford's team with a perfect record, 4-0, 14 on breakers, so pretty good breakers. So there've been some close games, also not so close ones. And then Fellowship of the Fling with that win, taking them up to 2-1. Hit of the Baskervilles and Catcher Tales and Catcher Mockingbird all at 2-2. And then we've got Murder on the Dodgeball Express, the Great Catchby with a win each. And then right down at the bottom, just like they were at the start of the round, Brand New World, who didn't play, to be fair, and Good Throwmans, who did, both with 0 wins. So as we go into round 5, that's where we start. And we'll see how round 5 pans out almost immediately